Green next time off of turn number 4 as the field forms up. 17, Lee Ghost Jr. for J. Lee Grows on row 1. Chuck McGilvery in the 101, 5, Eric Lutz. 20 of Brant O'Banion, 12 of Troy Shores. 23, Brandon Bosma, 88, Travis Reber, 14, and Nick Barger. 8 laps, Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series underway. Ghost and Grows will lead them off of turn 2. It is Lee Ghost Jr., your leader in the 17. Lee Grows runs in the second spot. The 5 of Eric Lutz is third, and here comes the number 12 of Troy Shores around the outside of Chuck McGilvery, then gets over the cushion. That allows the 20 of O'Banion and 23 of Brandon Bosma to get by. Bosma making his MSTS Series debut here tonight. Works to the inside of Brant O'Banion in the 20. It is still the 17 of Lee Ghost Jr., your leader over the 4J of Lee Grows. Nearly contact there between the 23 of Bosma and 20 of O'Banion. Brandon Bosma started deep on this one. The Round Lake, Minnesota driver of the 23 up to the 5th spot. Four in, 4 to go. The lead is 9/10 of a second for Lee Ghost Jr., who bought a new motor in the offseason for this Ghost RV, number 17, and right now that's paying dividends. He leads still by 9/10 over former series champion Lee Grows in the 4J. Grows picking up the series title back in 2018. Speaking of champions, Eric Lutz was champion of this series. He runs third in the 5 car back in 2015. Lap traffic could come into play, but the leaders work off of turn number 4. White flag displayed for the driver who started his career as a rookie in 360 sprints when they had a rookies only class here at I-90 Speedway. That's the 17 of Lee Ghost Jr. Final set of turns for the hometown driver. He'll come to the win in heat race number 1. Lee Grows will finish second. The 5 of Eric Lutz finishes third. 4th will go to Chuck McGilvery, and the 23 of Brandon Bosma finishes 5th. Here's your finish for heat race number 1 for the Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series. Your winner from right here in Hartford, give him a hand, Lee Ghost Jr. in the 17. The 4J of Lee Grows is second, third place to the 5 of Eric Lutz, 4th to Chuck McGilvery in the 101, and the 23 of Brandon Bosma is 5th. Brant O'Banion 6th in the 20. The 12 of Troy Shores was in the 7th spot. Travis Reber 8th, and Nick Barger 9th. MSTS Series Receiver Director Jared Nitro on the one-way communication system telling the drivers we go green on heat race number 2 in turn number 4. It's the 24B Joey Danley, 10J Justin Jacobsma, row 1. 33 Trevor Smith, 9N Wade Nygaard, 17B Ryan Bickett, 14 Jody Rosenboom, 53 Jack Dover. The 21 of Adam Gullion has scratched. 8 laps your distance, all about passing and finishing points with the Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series as we go green, and Jack Dover nails the start on the bottom in the 53 and gets at least 2 positions, looking for a couple more here off of turn number 2. From the back up into the top 3 as here comes Wade Nygaard in the 9N. Slide job off of turn number 4. Put the North Dakotan into the lead, or does it? Here comes Joey Danley in the Gary's Auto Sales number 24B back to his inside. Nygaard back to the inside now off of turn number 2. Put Nygaard to the point. Danley in second. That's going on in front of the 53 of Jack Dover. Dover from the back up to third. That's going to secure plenty of passing points. Jody Rosenboom runs 4th as the 10J of Justin Jacobsma and 33 of Trevor Smith race side by side for the 5th spot. Give it to Jacobsma as Smith slides up the racetrack, opens the door for the 17B of Bickett to gain the spot. You watch the race for second. The Carpetland 53 of Jack Dover works the bottom, picked up multiple feature wins with MSTS sprint cars here last year. Runner-up with the Nebraska 360s in the points tally last year was the MSTS champion, and he has driven from 7th to 2nd here in heat race number 2. Nailed the start. Green lights came on, and he nailed the start, I tell you. Wade Nygaard, though, he looks strong out front. The 10-time Northern Outlaw Sprint Association champion, he is your leader. With 2 laps to go as they go by the flag stand. Dover in second. Danley still runs third. Jody Rosenboom starting to chase down that 3rd spot. Every position matters in the MSTS passing points format. A whole bunch of smoke now starting to show for second place, wanting 53 of Jack Dover. Will the motor hold on? Is it an overflow issue with that oil expanding? Rosenboom a bit off the pace. Jacobsma is going to go by him as Wade Nygaard picks up the win here in Heat 2 in the 9N. And there is your finish. Heat race number 2 into the books. The 9N of Wade Nygaard picks up the victory. Started 4th. From 7th to 2nd will be the 53 of Jack Dover. 3rd to Joey Danley in the 24B. 4th to the 10J of Justin Jacobsma. Jody Rosenboom finishes 5th after slowing in the closing laps in that Frontier Bank 14, now coming to a stop on the return road. Ryan Bickett was 6th in the 17B and 7th to Trevor Smith in the 33. John Clabundy, Taylor Forbes, row 3, Greg Baker from the back. Jared Nitro telling them over the receiver communication system. Green flag at the flag stand starts the race. Jack Dover nailed that on the last one. Green flag went up, his right foot went down. Taylor Forbes sparking the brakes on that 48 as he brings the RPMs up. We go green, 8 laps your distance. Brendan Mullen, the young driver out of North Dakota, leads this one. Saw his teammate Wade Nygaard get the win in the previous heat. As a 14T of Estevan goes way over the racetrack over there in turn number 1, able to get it down. Estenson runs in 3rd. Greg Baker from the back is up to the 4th spot in the 11X. Brendan Mullen, your leader. 51A, Elliot Omdahl in the 2nd spot, looking strong. Baker, though, on the move in the 11X machine, a driver with many feature wins in his career here at I-90 Speedway. The Dirt Magician trying to work that bottom as he works over youngster Timothy Estenson in the 14T. Estenson able to hold on to the spot. Baker now in 4th. Good race for the 5th spot. John Clabundy in the 77-75. Tommy Barber racing for that spot. Barber a little too tall off the cushion. You saw him lose some ground there to the 77 of Clabundy. 3 to go. Your race leader is the 11M of Brendan Mullen. Clabundy with trouble in turn number 2. The 77 is off the pace down the back straightaway. Barber got by, Forbes got by, and Clabundy takes the 77 pit side at the entrance of turn number 3. We will stay green. Flat right rear, no, right rear's up. White flag is out. It is the 11M of Brendan Mullen looking very strong. Full straightaway advantage over the 51A of Elliot Omdahl. Tommy Barber is off the pace as the checker flag will fly. Mullen gets the win in the 11M. Omdahl finishes 2nd, 3rd at the line, goes to the 14T, followed by the 11X. Your winner will be the 11M of Brendan Mullen. He picks up the win. His teammate Wade Nygaard picked up the win in the previous heat. The 51A of Elliot Omdahl is 2nd. And finishing 3rd will be the 14T of Timothy Estenson. Greg Baker was 4th in the 11X, and the 48 of Taylor Forbes finishes in 5th. John Clabundy went pit side, trouble on the 77, and trouble for the 75 of Tommy Barber. You see him on the top of turn number 1. So some early season gremlins setting in for several of these Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series drivers. Field getting the signal, ladies and gentlemen. Send them off, make some noise. We're set for tonight's main event here at I-90 Speedway. 20 years of doing this, and I still love this stuff. It's main event time here at I-90 Speedway with the Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series. Lee Ghost Jr. going to lead the opening lap in the Ghost RV number 17. Here comes Lee Groves on the bottom in the Grinch Sport J. Dover up to the 4th spot, setting his sights on the 11M of Brendan Mullen, who runs in 3rd. Wade Nygaard, Mullen's teammate, completing the top 5. 2 down, 23 to go. New leader, it's the 4J of Groves as the 21 pulls off on the back straightaway. A little bit of smoke from Wade Nygaard. The 9N in the top 5 goes off the racetrack. Couple cars in the top 5 with trouble. The 9 out of Nygaard, one of them, as Jack Dover just went by the 17 of Lee Ghost Jr. Goes back to third, your reigning MSTS Series champion, now in the second spot, setting his sights out front for the 2018 Series champion. The past 2 champions with the Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series now running 1 and 2. Here comes Joey Danley in the 24B, getting by the 48 of Taylor Forbes. That's a little bit deeper back in the field. The lead for Groves as we're about to enter lap traffic is 1.9 seconds over the 53 of Dover. Trouble, 4th place car going around in turn number 4. It's Ghost. He gets it going, he stays going, and we remain green. There is no 360 automatic caution with the MSTS sprint cars. Ghost loses some spots, but we remain green. Battle for the lead, battle no more. Jack Dover takes the lead heading into turn number 1. Dover has found the top of the racetrack, and he is setting sail as the 4J of Groves got held up behind some lap cars. The 11X of Greg Baker on the move. The State Bank of Fairmont 11X into the 3rd spot. Battling with Elliot Amdahl, who runs in 4th. Amdahl coming forward as well. The 11M of Brendan Mullen completing the top 5. 16 laps to go. The 53 of Jack Dover on a terror, but Lee Groves has been able to stay with him. Dover runs the top. You see him coming off of turn number 4. You saw the yellow wing flash on the bottom of the racetrack. That's Groves. There's a lot of open racetrack, though, on the top of the racetrack for that Carpetland 53. Jack Dover sees it, and he is sailing around the cushion here at I-90 Speedway. Here's a race for 3rd. Amdahl in the 51A, getting by the 11X of Greg Baker. Baker has to get on the binders down the front straightaway. Back to turn number 1. The Beef up to the 3rd spot in the 51A. Elliot Amdahl looking strong in tonight's Property Solutions of America MSTS A main. Groves continues to be favoring the bottom. He'll now go to the top in the 4J, running in the 2nd spot. You see the 53 of Dover and the 77 of Club Bundy working on the 48 of Forbes. Club Bundy getting by Forbes for position. Forbes about 13th place right now. The leader has gone by him. 12 to go for your race leader, the 53 of Jack Dover. He goes by the line now, 11 laps remaining. Beautiful, clean, and green race here tonight as the field sing the signal from Chuck Hanisch. Oh, trouble, turn number 1, car going around. Yellow is out. Yellow's coming out for trouble in turn 1. And it was our initial leader, the 17 of Lee Ghost Jr. Well, an up and down night for the driver of the number 17, Lee Ghost Jr., running in the 8th spot after leading the opening 2 circuits of this one, and then loops it down there in the bottom of turn number 1. This happening after he did a complete 360 several laps ago off of turn number 4. Ghost in the 17 and the 11M of Brendan Mullen were racing for position, as well as the 11X of Greg Baker at the time of the 360, I believe, for Ghost, who we're watching right now on Advantage Racing TV. A track getting very slick around the top, but one car that is really doing well around the top of the speedway is your race leader, the 53 of Jack Dover. Seeing the 360 right now on the replay on Advantage Racing TV. That's going to be worth the purchase in itself. We know several other series do have an automatic caution rule if a car does do a 360 on the racetrack. MSTS is not one of those series. We believe if the driver is able to keep the car going and not cause harm to others, caution doesn't need to come out. Jack Dover, a 27-time winner with the Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series, brings us to the green. 11 laps to go here tonight at I-90 Speedway. Dover chooses the bottom, and the first car to break out of line was the 20 of Branto Banyan. He was able to get by the 14T of Estenson. Just like that, Dover gone. We race for the second spot. The 51A of Elliot Omdahl looking to the inside of the 4J of Lee Gross. Gross trying the top of the speedway. Trouble, turn number 2. Estenson going around. We are still green. Everybody continues on. Race for the second spot as you see Chuck McGilvery there running in the top 10 in the 101, I believe. Car slow in turn number 2. Brandon Bosma does the 360 and continues on. Race for that second spot is a good one between Elliot Omdahl and the 4J of Lee Groves as the 12 of Shores is slow on the back straightaway, and he'll make it pit side. We stay green. 7 to go. Omdahl in the second spot as the 53 of Dover into lap traffic. O'Banion heads back to the pit area. A lot of lap traffic all around your race leader, the 53 of Dover, as we watch a race. That is Baker in position number 4 in the 11X, getting by the 5 of Lutz. Lutz works the bottom as we look now at the 53 of Dover continuing to navigate traffic. He comes up to the 88 of Travis Reber. Lap cars get their laps back under caution with the MSTS sprint cars. Reber running about 13th. Yeah, Dover's that fast. Omdahl still in the second spot. He's working his way through lap traffic, staying steady on the bottom of the racetrack. He is, in fact, cut into the race lead of the 53 of Dover. Still about 1.3 seconds, but Omdahl has found something. Now he gets held up by a couple of lap cars as Dover clears some other cars. 1.8 seconds the advantage for the gas man out of Springfield, Nebraska. You see the 5 of Lutz working around the outside of the 14 ad of Nick Barger. Then lights the tires up off of turn number 4. Lutz running in the 4th spot as the 4J of Lee Groves finding that top line coming in. Just went by the 51A of Elliot Omdahl. Groves finally finds something on the top. White flag is out though. He's going to run out of time. Turn number 3 for the final time. The 53 of Dover works the bottom off of turn number 4. The gas man wins at I-90. 2 for 2 to start the season with the MSTS sprints. 4J Lee Groves in the second spot. The 5 of Lutz will edge the 51A for the third spot. Checkered flag flies on tonight's main event, and much like last year, the 53 of Jack Dover victorious here at I-90 Speedway. He heads to the scales as Jared Nitro tells him over the receiver communication system, come on to victory lane first, and then we'll get you to the scales. Great race for the second spot. The 4J of Lee Groves will get that position. Unofficial top 5. The 5 of Eric Lutz was in the third spot, just getting by the 51A of Elliot Omdahl at the line. And the 11X of Greg Baker completes the top 5. Here comes the 53 of Dover back onto the front straightaway. Your winner here tonight at I-90 Speedway. The sweep continues. He won all of the MSTS events here last year, and he'll start 2020 right where he left off. 2 for 2 now after last Saturday's win with the MSTS and Nebraska 360s at Park Jefferson.